Right, everybody, welcome along to the Legit Crypto Lounge, the place to be to discover all the latest and upcoming legit projects. Great to have you all here. Today we're excited to be joined by the team behind Dripto, a project merging streetwear with crypto. In terms of the program for the next hour or so, we'll be meeting the team behind the project. We can run through the project itself in terms of its USPs, can have a chat about the tokenomics, run through the pre-launch structure and see where the team plan to take this project post-launch. So Steve, without going into too much detail at this stage in terms of your actual token itself, would you mind introducing yourself and your extended team?
Yeah, absolutely. So first and foremost, right, thank you for having us here, and it's a pleasure, getting more into detail about the Dripto project, vision, and team. A little bit about myself. Do you see my screen here before I present? You should be able to see the team slide here. Let me know if that's available.
Yep, we've got it now, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So a little bit about me. My name is Steve. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Dripto. My main role here is to onboard whoever's needed to carry out certain tasks or certain developments within our project, whether it's marketing or engineering. I'm also the main guy that does many of the leading many of the strategic partnerships, right? Whether it's with brands, VCs, the marketing agencies, private wealth groups, you name it. Along with I handle most of the crypto marketing as well, and a high level overview of and management of all development and marketing within our business. Outside of crypto, my background was mainly working at various tech startups and enterprises, selling software and hardware across the US and managing different territories. Right. And within crypto, I have made a previous crypto project with my co-founder, Chris. Right. And this project was called Ninja Doge. That went from 300K market cap to 3.4 million. And we launched that token back in July of last year. But do keep in mind, right, that this was our first and only project before Dripto. And we still ran that for nearly 4 months, right? So I hope that gives you kind of a bit of an insight into how dedicated we are to any project, let alone, the project of the caliber of Dripto with a larger team, more funding, more backing, more support, real world application, right? And just a vision that we fully believe in and are committed to. And to that regard, of myself being committed to the vision here, I have quit my job a little over 2 months ago, right? It was a big leap for me, but I felt that it was necessary, to kind of take the plunge into Dripto entirely. My co-founder, he was a ex-Google employee. He also quit his job 2 months ago, along with 2 other members on the team, who left PlayStation and Gap to also fully commit to this project. And just to give you a little bit more of an idea, Dripto, like you said, is merging streetwear culture and crypto technology. We're bringing real products into the crypto space where you can now spend your cryptocurrency on items like sneakers, apparel, and luxury accessories, right? And this is kind of this ambitious idea, that we're filling a big market gap here, but we're also bringing kind of this innovative idea, to life. And really crypto revolutionizing the e-commerce and streetwear industries, right? So I really feel that we have something really unique to offer to the market that hasn't been seen in the crypto space, or in the BSC space. And we have been planning Dripto since September, and developing our platform since early October. So we're approaching the 6-month mark of our development, and where we're looking to launch our token now on March 23rd. And we do have an LLC established, right? We have a trademark already pending. We are treating this more so as a business and as a company rather than a token, right? And additionally, if you look at the team makeup here, right, we actually onboarded 4 more members on the team, on the core team to be specific. We have 20 members on the core team now, right? And most of our members are in-house, meaning we either know them, right, as friends or friends of friends or acquaintances. And a majority of the members on our team are based from the greater San Francisco area, right? So we don't have any of the same complications or issues that most other tokens have, right? With the very lean team, right? Generally, you see a team of 3 or 4 members to carry out an entire company, right? Let alone a fully scaled e-commerce platform. Whereas, right, we're fully fleshed out in terms of what's needed in terms of development, logistics, marketing across the scope of our project. And I also mentioned this, right? We have 7 developers. We have 4 UI UX designers, I believe 4 marketers, 3 logistics, right? And a lot of our members on the team, right? We do come from various tech backgrounds and business backgrounds with some of the companies that they have worked at, including, right, eBay, PlayStation, Microsoft, Gap, Stripe, Google, right? So everyone on this team has something to contribute and a certain set of skills that they're bringing to the Dripto business. I know I gave a mouthful, but I am going to stop here for any questions before I proceed.
Yeah, so you mentioned you've got 20 members on the team and you're in this full time.
Yeah,
How many of the
correct.
members are also fully full-time employed, or are they all full-time employed by yourself?
Yeah, so 4 members on the team are actually 5 members on the team are full-time. Me, Chris, right, my co-founder, Jackson, our product management, John, he's not on here, but he's full-time. He's PR and outreach, along with Ron, right, our main full stack developer, who's also full-time.
And in terms of doxing, are you doxed?
Not publicly, but I am doxed to all our partners, a majority of the big whales that are in our private groups, and also a handful of KOLs and crypto influencers as well. If you look on our LinkedIn, you can actually see there's several members on our team that are fully doxed, right? If you go on LinkedIn, you search up Dripto, you can see kind of who are the people who are fully doxed. Our advisor, right, was the first person to fully dox on our team. If you go look on our website, go under Doug, you can also see that he has Dripto under his resume. He is our legal and tax advisor, right, with over 13 plus years of experience as a California CPA, right? He has a pretty extensive track record, right, being a director level role at major organizations. He is also, right, a company owner, family man, right, and just an overall really good guy. We do know him personally as well.
Nice. You've obviously got a proper big, solid team there. And was up to this point, has it been self-funded, or have you gained any seed funding?
Yeah, good question. So in the initial development of our project, right, back in early October, me and my partner have dropped nearly $70,000 for development, right, leading up to where it is now. But we have also raised right, a seed and private sale, which has already been closed, and now we're approaching our pre-sale sometime in March 22nd. Is the projected date here.
Okay, perfect. We'll get into a bit more detail in terms of the private sale in a bit. If you'd like to take us through your actual project itself then?
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to do that. So I do want to preface this, right, this entire presentation by saying, right, there has not been a project like this in the BSC space, right? If there was, it has not been fully scaled, and it did not take off, right? There's a lot of development that goes into the engineering of a platform, a fully scaled crypto e-commerce platform like we're doing. And I'm happy to say, right, we do have the first mover advantage by bringing this sort of platform into the BSC space, and even rather anywhere in crypto, right? There's no other platform that's doing what we're doing, right? Having sneakers, apparel, and luxury accessories being able to be purchased or sold with cryptocurrency, and having these products, right, being delivered to your front door, right? We have real life utility, real world application, and we also have a very sustainable business model, right? At the end of the day, we are a business, and we need to remain profitable to keep operations and continuing. But before I get into more platform specifics, right, I do want to highlight kind of why we even started this project in the first place, right? And we wanted to find a good reason, and that reason was to solve some major and common problems, right, that we have identified in several markets. On the crypto side, right, what we're seeing here is that there's an inability, right, across the board to purchase real world items with your cryptocurrency and having that being delivered to your front door, right? This is a huge market gap, right? No company is really fully scaled from a crypto perspective to deliver this until Dripto. And on the resale side, right, if you think of e-commerce for the last, let's say, several decades, right, the sort of experience that you're getting, right, let's say your purchases off Amazon or eBay or our main competitor, StockX, right, you purchase the item, you get the item, and that's really the end of the story. With us, you're going to be able to get some additional layers to your shopping experience, right? And I'll get into more specifics in a later slide. But on the flip side, right, on the resale industry, if you think of if anyone here is into streetwear or sneakers, right, you'll find that this space, unfortunately, has been overrun by bots, making it nearly impossible, right, to buy these items, these coveted sneakers or apparel for retail price, right? And with these problems in mind, right, this is really where we took inspiration to build a platform like Dripto, right, where you can now, have access to a marketplace where you can purchase and sell your sneakers, apparel, luxury accessories, all with cryptocurrency, and having real products, right, shipped to your front door. But additionally, right, we also recognize that there's investors here, right? This is why we've also built utilities around rewarding our platform users and our token investors as well. So I want to get your attention on the screen here. This is going to be really important to understand, right, for yourself, if you're potentially looking to be an investor, or if you're potentially looking to be a platform user. And this screen here is going to help clarify kind of what you gain as an investor or as a platform user, right? This is something we like to call the perpetual price increase system. And essentially what it is, right, is kind of this feedback ecosystem, right, between our token, between our platform, and everything, right, is benefiting the Dripto chart at the end of the day. So I'll go down the list here, right? If you buy Drip, you get access, or you get automatically entered into a lottery, a weekly lottery, right? Where you can get free cash or items, right? And this is all randomized. We are currently engaged with Chainlink to provide another use case for their platform, right? For their technology. But again, that's not set in stone yet. But right, no promises there. But we're really happy to be engaged with them currently. Moving on to holding drip, this gets a little more interesting, right? If you hold drip, you get access to different tier-based benefits. The first tier, right? For example, you hold 5,000 drip. Now you get lowered platform fees. The next tier, right? If you hold 25,000 drip tokens, now you get access to drip grails on our website, right? Which is an exclusive page for our token holders to be able to get, right, these coveted items, merch, or right, sneakers for retail price, or even occasionally for free. And right, if you remember me talking about the problem that we've identified in the resale industry, right, this is our workaround for that, right? And moving on to platform usage here, right? The more you use our platform, the more you're getting rewarded in drip tokens. For example, you sell or purchase a shoe on our platform, you're getting a very small percentage of that sale or purchase in Dripto tokens. And we do buy that back up with company revenue, right? So this is also right, benefiting the Dripto chart. We have a manual buyback within the contract, right? That's collecting taxes. We did remove reflection tax. And then moving on to right, platform revenue feedback. So you could kind of think of it this way. The more the platform is being used, right, the more revenue that Dripto has, and 10% of all platform profits is being bought back into the Dripto chart. And to give you some context into kind of the overall market, the sneaker resale market alone, right, just for resale alone, is a $6 billion right industry. I think in 2020, that's right how much volume they're getting in terms of right sneaker resale alone. Our main competitors, StockX and Goat.com, each of these companies, right, they make 400 million in revenue every single year, right? And Dripto is positioned very strongly here, right, to make an entrance between the intersection of crypto and resale, right? No other company is at this intersection. We're in a niche market, right? We're the first company in a niche market to bring anything of the like any sort of platform like this. But additionally, right, we're also differentiating ourselves not just from the crypto market, but the resale market, right? We're offering rewards that StockX and Goat cannot offer, right? As well as having the most competitive platform fees in the industry, right? We have the lowest fees in the industry, right? And you can get that by either being a token holder, right, or using our platform, as well as a couple other various ways, right, to reduce your platform fees. But moving on, right? Let's say you don't really care for shoes, you don't care for right apparel. We do have a staking option available as well. But I want to kind of highlight the novel concept that we're coming out with as well, called shoe staking, right? And how this works is you list an item on our platform, right? You sell an item for listing, or right? And that shoe is now automatically entered into staking benefits. From a technicality, how this works is once you list your shoe on our platform to sell, NFT that is right generic, doesn't have any value, cannot be traded, is assigned to that shoe listing. What that NFT does is ties that shoe listing into the blockchain, right, and acts as a digital receipt, So now that shoe listing can now get staking benefits. So yeah, that's something, you know, that we're really proud of bringing to the market as well. Another thing, right, that's not mentioned on here is the Drip Pass, right, which is a monthly subscription, right, and it acts kind of like a battle pass, similar to, right, if you play Fortnite or Call of Duty, you get the pass, and then instead of, right, for Dripto, you gain experience points by shopping or, right, selling on our platform, and then you're now unlocking various rewards such as tokens, right, platform credit, NFTs, you name it. Right, we're pretty flexible with sort of the rewards that we're able to have on the for the Drip Pass. So yeah, I gave a mouthful there, but I'll stop. I'm gonna get some water because it's having some dry throat.
Nice. I like that you've obviously put a lot of thought into giving reasons to buy and hold your token and stuff, just from purely an investor's point of view. Going back to the market size, so you mentioned it's overall 6 billion. Did you say that your biggest competitor was it $400 million a year?
Yeah, so they generate over 400 million in revenue every year. They are private companies.
Yeah. So how realistically, with this being crypto focus, how much do you think of the market you could capture?
That's a great question. We actually did market research on that. And the minimum, right, the very lowest like market reach we have is 625,000 users. There's probably actually a lot more than that, but just based off raw data, right, that's the market that we can reach. 625,000 users.
Okay. Pretty big. And what was the reason behind going down the whole crypto route with this? I'm just wondering why you didn't just use do it in the real world.
Yeah, nobody's asked us that question, but that's fair, right? So it's already been pretty saturated, right? Outside of crypto, if you look at these Web2 companies like StockX, Goat, right, Grail, they've already cemented themselves as authority figures, right, in this space. And if we were to take them head on, right, and not be in a niche market, it's just a losing battle, in my opinion. Right, we needed to differentiate ourselves from these competitors, right, by offering not only right, an alternative, right, in the crypto space, but also by utilizing blockchain, right? As mentioned earlier, we're able to give all these different sort of benefits to the platform users, right? So we're not just stuck, right, kind of battling against StockX or Goat, right, who already have market dominance. It just wasn't a smart move if we were to go that approach.
Okay. Yeah, just because looking at your website and stuff, and I've already seen your commercial and stuff, it looks like super impressive, like a real world, business. Like you could have had potentially an impact out there as well. But I can understand why you've gone down the whole crypto route. When it comes to buy-in on the platform, do people buy the token to then buy like the sneakers?
Yeah, so we're not going to be using our native token as a form of currency to use our platform. A couple reasons, right? One, we find that very limiting in terms of scalability, right, and mass adoption. Two, if we're going to make any profits off the platform, we're going to have to sell the tokens, and we don't want to dump on the chart here.
Okay.
So instead, what we're going to be using is a stablecoin, right, in our V1 launch. That'll be available along with MoonPay integration, right? So now you can use your credit card or debit card to purchase these stablecoins and use our platform. But however, right, we have very aggressive plans of right, expanding onto more accessible cryptocurrencies, right, such as Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Shiba, you name it. That's going to be readily available, right, shortly after our V1 platform release.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask about card payments and stuff, so that's good. And the platform in itself, will that be available at launch?
No. So what's going to be available at launch, right? We're going to have several utilities, which is the lottery page and drip grills, right? If you go on our website, there's kind of right this you can see a bit of a teaser on that. And even with this, right, we're still able to deliver real products to your front door. But in terms of our flagship product, right, our resale marketplace, that's not going to be available right until after launch, sometime after launch.
Do you have an idea of timescale of when you'll be ready to launch?
Yeah, so I don't want to give an exact date, right? We want to be able to have a high degree of confidence to say an expected delivery date. But if I were to give you a very loose projected date, right, that would be sometime in May.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'll also add, right, we do have drip grills and lottery at launch. And then shortly after our token launch, we're also going to be having a staking platform available as well.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Cool. And so it's sneakers and streetwear. And looking at your website, later down the line, you're looking to go into luxury products as well.
Yeah, that's correct. So we're going to be focused on sneakers on our V1 release. V2, right, is going to have apparel, and then V3 will have luxury accessories. So, right, Rolex watches, Birkin bags, right, like diamond chains, like things of that nature.
Cool. And what are the timescales for launching the V2 and V3?
Yeah, that's way too far off for me to give even a loosely projected date. We're really focused on right the sneaker resale first, and depending on how right that engineering goes, then we can have right a better estimation for V2 and V3 release. But also keep in mind, right, scaling, especially right these huge product lines, we have to consider sort of the engineering right efforts and ramp up time that has to go into that, right? Because we want to first and foremost ensure that the sneaker resale platform is going to be right absolutely flawless, right? Essentially, we would have been working on this platform, resale platform, for nearly a year by the time it releases.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to pull up the commercial so we can have a look at it? And for those that are watching later down the line on YouTube, can have a look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my audio is terrible. If I play this, I'm wondering if you have better audio here.
I can play it. See if I can do it from. Let me just. There we go. Can everybody see this screen okay?
Yep, I can see that. I cannot hear the sound, however.
God, 1 second. All right, sorry, I'm trying to get it back on the main screen.
Yeah, no worries.
Cool. So, right then, we've got this. So you've raised 250 BNB at seed and 150 post seed. Also another 250 and 350. So
Yeah,
that
that's correct.
950 at the moment.
Yeah, so this is a bit of an outdated screen here. We've raised around 1,050 BNB so far, right? Seed, post seed, private one, and private two are all filled. Now we're on to the last portion of our raise, right? Pre-sale, which is projected to be around March 22nd, right? And token launch date is March 23rd. And we are looking to do an IDO through multiple launch pads. One of them being Astronaut, and the other one, we're still vetting out our options here.
Okay.
But Astronaut has been secured, and our total supply, is also, this is not updated. Our total supply is going to be 150 million. Our starting liquidity ratio is going to be around 9.5%. And our projected that fully diluted market cap is around 1.8 million, right, depending on BNB value. Let's see, and our initial market cap is around 270,000.
Okay, 270. And in terms of these seed rounds, what was the level of discount?
Yeah, so seed was 2 BNB max, 45% more tokens. Privates were 1.5 BNB max contribution, right, with 25% to 30% more tokens. And we did keep max contribution fairly low. We didn't want any huge wallets within our token at time of launch. And all of these are vested, right? Pre-sale, pre-sale, private, and seed are all vested. Seed and private, they follow the same vesting schedule, right? 25% of tokens received at launch, and then 25% every 30 days. And then pre-sale is going to be vested, right? 50% received at launch, and then 50% after 30 days.
Okay.
Okay.
I noticed on your website the figures are slightly different. So is the white paper the updated percentages and stuff?
Yeah. So that's still outdated. We're looking to update our white paper in the coming weeks. That one was back in December, but we definitely want to get all the percentages and have an updated white paper as quickly as possible.
Okay, so the figures on the website, are they correct?
Not completely, no.
No. Okay.
So this is as close as accurate as possible. Since we did increase the supply to 150, we're gonna be having a lot of the allocation going towards staking instead. For the long term of our business, we felt that this was a good approach, to having a sustainable business and token. So that's why we did alter our supply a little bit.
Right. Yep. Cool. And I don't know if you've already mentioned this. Pre-sale. Is there a discount versus launch for that?
Yes, so Presale is going to have 10% more tokens.
10%. Okay. Cool. Right. Okay. Great. And then in terms of launch, so that's taking place planned for the 23rd of March. And I understand that you're currently going through a CertiK audit at the moment.
Correct, yes.
So
That should be done at launch.
it should be done by launch.
Yeah, ideally. I mean, we have an inside connection there. So I'm pretty hopeful that it's going to be done before launch.
Okay, nice. Good stuff. Okay, in terms of post-launch then, because this is, are you targeting mainstream or are you targeting crypto-focused users initially?
Yeah, great question. So our target market, right, for launch is going to be primarily crypto investors, right? Those are the lower hanging fruits, right? So most of our focus is on crypto investors, right, within the BSC space, Ethereum, right, all these other different blockchains, but mainly, right, the BSC space. And we also have our internal team, right, who's also helping with outreach for non-crypto users, right? We've had actually a number of non-crypto users messaging our team about wanting to invest, about wanting to be a part of the project. So that has been going well as well. But again, right, to answer your question directly, most of our focus is going to be on crypto investors in the for launch.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, it makes sense. And at launch, so you can have a couple of the utilities ready, and then we're looking at roughly May for the main platform.
Yeah, that's correct.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, good stuff. Is there any community questions at this stage? Would anybody like to unmute themselves and ask a question? Are there any questions in the chat?
Taking silence as golden.
Just trying
Always.
to,
It's been a pretty thorough presentation. I can round this up with our kind of our user interface, right? What you can expect as a user of our platform. We're looking for kind of this sleek and clean design, right, and user experience. Right, we want it to be as intuitive as possible. And this is what you can expect when our platform goes live in May. But again, we also have drip rails and lottery, which is, they look phenomenal, right? We haven't shown anyone kind of the development piece behind that yet, but it looks fantastic. So I'm really happy with kind of the turnout of our engineering and our team, right? And I also want to take your attention to this slide because it's I'm sure you have some questions about how all of this works from a logistical perspective. Right. So let me go over this real quick. Right. So let's say you want to sell a product on our platform. Right. There's a KYC process that you have to undergo. Right. With an account creation. And then after that, right, you list the item through the seller portal, and then someone purchases your item, right? And then you have to send that item with our shipping label over to our San Francisco warehouse. And right at that point, we have team members ready to go ahead and authenticate that the item is real, right? That the sneaker is not fake. Because in this space, right, there are a bunch of replicas that go around. And actually, a lot of these replicas are getting really, really good, right? Even StockX, right, this are the resale giant. is right, they have fakes going through sometimes, and we're not naive to think that there's not gonna be fakes that go through our authentication process too. But I will add this, right? Our authenticators have over 8 years of experience, right, in the sneaker game, as consignment shop owners, right, as sneaker business owners, and they have, right, really solid foundations and experience and knowledge, kind of making the distinction between what's a fake sneaker or what's not. And we do evaluate every one of this by hand, right, and to industry standards. And in the off chances that a fake sneaker goes through, we do have a 1% buyer protection that we can dip into this wallet for to pay back any sort of fakes or any of these that go through our process.
That's pretty impressive, to be fair. I for some reason, I just presumed it was a platform where it'd just be customer to customer, eBay style. So the products, once they're purchased, they get shipped to you, and then you authenticate and ship off to the buyer.
Yeah, that's correct. We're essentially acting as a middleman, right?
Yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah, because I noticed on the buy and sell tax about this buyer protection, so that is then earmarked, obviously, for the odd scam
Yeah,
that potentially gets through.
right, absolutely. So we do have a fulfillment center, right, fully scaled that we're working with. They're already shipping out thousands of Amazon FBA products every single day, right? And then we managed to strike a deal with them, right? We're going to be their top customer, right? Their priority customer to get this all fulfilled. We've also secured a storage facility deal out here in San Francisco as well.
And so, do you have employees within this fulfillment center to authenticate them, or how does that work?
Yeah, so when the item is shipped, it goes to our storage facility, right? Where our authenticators will be on the ground, authenticating these items by hand, and then once it's authenticated, right? They I don't want to get into too much details, but we have APIs on the back end, and then they make sure that what's going to what is all verified. They input the data on the logistical end, and then they take all these these sneakers, these authenticated sneakers, to our fulfillment center, which is just a 2-minute drive away. And then from that point, we have a full team within the fulfillment warehouse for them to go ahead and ship these items.
Right. Okay. Nice. And if I'm just thinking about it, imagining I'm selling a pair of sneakers, so I list them on your platform. Do I specify the price?
Yeah. So it's a free market, right? So you can specify the price.
And then there's a fee, a fixed fee or a percentage fee that Dripto take for that.
Yes, that's correct. So we have a base fee of I believe 9% with a fixed $5 fee, right? So
Okay.
if you're shooting 100, that's 9 plus 5. We take $14 from
Right.
that.
Okay. Cool. Okay, good stuff. Right. Well, my final question then is an overarching question of at what point does this project become a success to you and your team?
Yeah, so there's kind of certain milestones that we're looking for, right? Our main focus right now is in kind of an incremental success, I like to call it, is making sure that our drip grills and lottery, utilities are fully fleshed out, tested, and operational by time of token launch. And then another success marker that we're looking for is a successful token launch, right? And then after that, Right, the other really big milestone that we're aiming for is a fully fleshed out and functional, right, flawlessly working resale marketplace, right, for sneakers. And then at that point, right, once we get the user base growing, we can really think about scaling, right, our platform. And now we don't really have to focus on the token anymore. And
Sure.
a long-term goal, right, uh, the success for a platform is going to be determining kind of the success of our overall company, right? If the platform is, and the business is really successful on the platform side, that means the token is going to be also right extremely successful because all of that revenue, right, 10% is going back into the token. So yeah, I mean, there's kind of this like hand in marriage thing, right? That's going to be happening between our token and between our platform.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's really important for investors at this stage to know that it's the two go hand in hand, and it's not, they're not mutually exclusive. So yeah, that's definitely good to hear. If nobody else has got any questions, I think we'll wrap it up. Is there any closing statement you'd like to make about your project?
Yeah, sure thing. So, I mean, first and foremost, thanks for having me on here. And I do want to have a closing remark, right? If you are thinking of being a potential investor or a platform user, right, I do implore you to do your own research, right? There's a lot that goes into the development and behind the scenes work to deliver, right, a project and a platform of this caliber. And right, we're doing everything the right way. We've been developing this since early October, right? And we have a lot of considerations that have gone into making this platform, right? This is something that wasn't born overnight. This is something, right, we are taking our time to develop because at the end of the day, right, we do want a fully functional, a product that, it is solving some problems in this market, right? And there's a huge market gap that Dripto is fulfilling. And there's a lot of upside and potential that when this platform does kick off, we're going to be getting market share from a multi-billion-dollar industry. And yeah, I'm just really excited to bring a platform to market, that is doing these things, and also really proud and excited, right, to have a core team along with a mod team that that is capable and that I can trust, right. So yeah. With that being said, thanks again. It's been a pleasure having being on here, and thank you for hosting, and thank you everyone for tuning in.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for your time. And I can see that you've definitely made an upgrade from your initial Ninja Doge token. So that's good to hear. But yeah, you've obviously put a lot of work into this platform and stuff. I can see all the hard work, and the branding is super on point. So I do really like that, and wish you all the best for your launch and the ongoing success of the project.
Yeah, appreciate that, Mark, and hope to see you guys in our Dripto community.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Steve.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.